Morning students, today we are going to discuss about symbolic evolution. We were discussing about unit 2 code based testing methods. The previous class we were discussed mutation testing. Before that we discussed data flow and control flow testing methods. So in continuation with mutation testing, today we are going to discuss about symbolic evaluation. So what is symbolic evaluation means? So the definition of symbolic evaluation is a program analysis technique that allows execution of programs using symbolic input values instead of actual data and represents the values of program variables as symbolic expressions. As a result, the outputs computed by the program are expressed as a function of symbolic inputs. Say for example, so instead of while testing in mutation testing, we changed the code and we tested the muted program to identify the hidden errors. The same way in symbolic evaluation, what we are doing is we are giving the input, the program, the actual project will be given as input to the testing, and the output is symbolic expression tree. So the scope of the symbolic evaluation is, so we can get the semantic parsing. Say in a compiler design, you might have studied parsing methods. So from the diagram, you can understand. So we are having an software project code. Say for example, here we have two variables, integer variables. Then we are testing the expression x is greater than y. Then we are evaluating the arithmetic expression x equal to x plus y, y equal to x minus y, again x equal to x minus y. So this actually we will use this code for finding out the greatest among given three numbers or swapping of the x and y values. Then we are checking if x minus y is greater than 0, then we will say the assert is false. So to test the particular code, what we are doing is the same code is converted into symbolic expression. Here we are creating a parsing tree. So here we are taking x is represented as capital X, y is represented as capital Y. Then we will assume the PC is true. Then we will check whether PC is x is greater than y. Again, we will check whether PC is x less than or equal to y. So we are checking the various expressions. X is greater than y, x is less than or equal to y. Again, by changing the values of small x equal to x plus y and y equal to capital Y. After doing this expression, x equal to x plus y and y equal to y, again we are checking whether x is greater than y. Then we are performing the next process, x equal to x plus y, y equal to x. We will check whether PC is equal to x is greater than y. So like that, we are evaluating the expression. Then at last, we are checking this particular condition. If PC is x is greater than y and y minus x is greater than 0, then we will say it is false. Otherwise, we will say if PC is x is greater than y and y minus x, this condition is equal less than or equal to 0. So like that, we are creating the symbolic execution tree. So the various combinations of the expressions are put into the execution tree. Here we are taking another example. We are taking the class node and the integer variable element node next. So we are taking an singly linked list. So here we have the following code, like if x is next not equal to null, then if element dot next dot element is greater than 0, then we will create the node t next. So here we are creating the new nodes. Then we will say next equal to t dot next equal to this, and return t. So it will here we are using this pointer. Say for example, here input list constraint and returned list. So we are creating in first node and the node first a node is created and it is returned. Then we are assigning pointer to the node that points to the first element. Again, we created the element 0 and element 1. So the element this is 0 is pointed there, points to the next element, and the next element points to the next address. Again, here we are checking whether the first node points to the next node using the pointer t.next. And the same way, here if it is a doubly linked list or if it is a circularly linked list, we will have first node, second node, and the last node points to the first node. If E0 is greater than E1, here the first node, it is second node. In that case, the first node is there that points to the next node, and the next node points to itself. So like that, we are checking each and every condition with respect to symbolic evaluation. So the code and its various combinations are put into nodes and it is tested. Here, if you take, we are checking the various constraints while creating the linked list. So initialize to the next I in statement 1. So the first node is created and the next address is pointing to the first node. And the first node is created and the second node is assigned. And the second node's address points to itself. So we are checking all the combinations of element 0, element 1, and element 0. So next pointer points to the second node, and second node's next pointer points to the first node. So if the condition E0 is greater than E1, so we are arranging the numbers. In that case, the first node, second node, and then pointer next points to the next element. The same way, if you take here, we will take first element and the t dot E1, second element is created, and its next pointer points to, and the address points to this pointer. So what are the issues we'll face in symbolic execution means the various issues are here. We will check whether the loop is executing as per the constraints, and how the recursive process are performed and how the methods are invoked. So if you are using recursive call, the function call has to be initiated, and the recursive input and data structures that will be checked, and scalability of the how many times we can able to execute the process and how many inputs it can accept, that can be tested. And where we can make use of this symbolic execution method means the main applications of symbolic execution is it can be used for creating the test case generations by using all the combinations, test sequence generation, providing program properties. The various properties and constraints can be executed. Static detection of runtime errors. If any runtime errors hidden inside the static components, that can be identified by using symbolic execution. Say, for example, this diagram shows you the symbolic execution process. We have JPF, Java Pathfinder. It's having the class, and the report is verification result is generated, and JPF configuration, properties to verify, and the system under test Java bytecode. So we'll take the Java Pathfinder and its various classes, reports, and JPF configuration can be easily evaluated by using symbolic execution. Say here, the testing is performed based on the input set D. Only one path is taken, executed at a time. Say, while executing the code, this particular path is executed based on the constraints and it's coming out. And say in model checking, what we will do, all program states are exposed until none left or detect found. So while performing the backtracking kind of process, so we'll try all the combination. This combination also we'll try, and we will try this combination also, and we will try this combination also. And while trying all the possible paths, we are finding a bug in the particular termination state. So while executing this particular path, the program is stuck somewhere here. It's not executing and coming out from the process. While executing this, following this path, Java Pathfinder, it's working perfectly. While following this particular path, in this case also it's working properly. Or if you go with this particular path, that time also it's working. But when you execute the process in this path, you are getting a bug or error the particular state. So by using the symbolic evaluation, we can easily identify and check the various possible paths, and we can easily rectify the error. So here a JPF testing versus model checking is given. So we are taking all the threads, Java threads and interleavings. So here we are taking the P1, P2 and Pn. So we will try all the possible paths and the various steps, atomic instructions, all the number of instructions within the P1 will be executed. P2 also will be executed. And if you go for interleavings, so we will take try all the possible combinations. For I equal to 1, sigma I equal to ni, we will try all the possible combinations to find out the error. So these methods and models are based on symbolic evaluation proposed by some researchers. Here, if you take the another symbolic execution, JPF random example, we are starting the process. The process takes A equal to 0. And if the A is equal to 0, here it may execute the process for B equal to 0, B equal to 1, B equal to 2. Again, within B1, B equal to 0, if it is 2 for loops, C equal to 0 will be executed. The same way, A equal to 0, B equal to 1, C equal to 0 will be executed. So like that, we will represent all the possible combinations. So nested for loops. Here also, while A equal to 1, B equal to 0, C equal to -1, 1 minus 0. So all the combinations, say the random new random, a function new random is initiated, int A equal to random next int of 2. So the function random takes the value 2, so it will be repeated for 2 times. So the same way int B, it's also an object from next int. It takes the possible combinations, 3 combinations. Again, C equal to A divided by B plus A. So this particular expression will be evaluated based on the value of this expression. C values will be assigned. So based on that, we are trying again. It will stop. We will check all the possible paths. So when this path again start A0, B equal to 1, C equal to 0, we will try each and every path. Again, here, while executing the path from start to A equal to 0, B equal to 2, C equal to 0 by 0, 0 by anything divided by 0, it's equivalent to infinite. So here we are getting an error. So these combinations works perfectly, but when we come across this particular path, in this we are trying all the possible combinations in the symbolic evaluation. So anything divided by 0 is, so here we are getting the bug. So as we discussed, we have, these are the topics you should remember with respect to symbolic evaluation, how we are performing symbolic evaluation, how it takes all the possible combinations. So symbolic execution is is a program analysis technique. It is a technique that allows execution of a program using symbolic input values. We'll take all these possible symbolic input values instead of actual data, and represents the values of program variables as symbolic expressions. So we'll give symbolic values and we will create the symbolic expressions. Based on the symbolic values and expressions in our program, we'll try all the possible combinations so that we can identify which combinations produces the error. As a result, the outputs computed by the program are expressed as a function of the symbolic inputs. So what is the output generated based on the symbolic output is identified. So in the symbolic execution, we are giving the input as program, output which we are generating in the form of symbolic execution tree. So we'll take the program project code, we'll generate the symbolic execution tree, and here we are checking creating the semantic parsing. So the various semantic possible paths are generated. According to that, we are testing the program. So the various diagrams shows you how we can perform symbolic execution. So say for example, we are taking the Java Pathfinder. In Java Pathfinder, how we are taking the various possible paths is given as an example. So these are the software testing tools available to test and assure the quality. Say JMeter, it is used for load and performance testing, and Selenium for web app-based testing tool. OpenSTA, Open Systems Selenium is a web application testing tool. OpenSTA, Open Systems Testing Architecture software. WebLoad, used for the best load runner alternative. Grinder and Java load testing framework, they are used for testing the Java based applications. So these are some of your YouTube reference material where you can find this talks about domain testing, and here it gives you an idea about symbolic evaluation. So the reference books, some of the sample MCQs, assignment questions. So far we discussed about code-based testing techniques, control flow techniques, mutation testing, and symbolic evaluation. So we have domain testing and data flow testing pending. So that we will discuss in the next class. So you go through the topics in symbolic evaluation. So if you have any doubt, ask me in the next class.